What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I made the noise. We are back. As you can see from the title, we're going to talk about one of the strongest fucking shotguns in the game. This thing, it carried me to Steelpath. I ain't gonna lie, this shit carried me all the way to Steelpath. This thing is fucking stupid. Like, it is straight fucking stupid, my guy. Like, the I'm not even gonna try to say it. I'm just gonna call it the plasma. Sorry about that if I mess up the name, because I'm horrible with names. But this thing is a shotgun. It may not look like it, but this thing is a shotgun. So it doesn't work like normal shotguns. It shoots a plasma-based projectile that goes in a wide arc. This thing in its base form does an insane amount of damage. I don't know if you can. I'll zoom in if you need. If I want, I'm gonna zoom in on that. That is just me upgrading it. Its base form is still. It's still just bullshit. This fucking weapon is scary. It is so goddamn powerful. Sorry if I say it a lot, but there's so many routes that there's a ton of routes you can go with this weapon. And mods that can make it more overpowered. I don't know how to cover all of them. I'm just gonna go with mine, but there's so many routes you can make this thing overpowered as shit. So we use prime point blank, sorry, for base damage, cold reload to get the extra cold and the reload speed, seeking fury to get the reload speed and the punch through, prime revenge, the critical damage, magnetic strafe gives the extra status effect, firing rate, Hell's Chamber for the multi-shot. I will say, the only issue with this thing is this thing can run out of magazine size quite quickly, so I tend to give it. I like to give it some extra magazine size. And then toxicity barrage, just for the extra status effect and the extra status plus. The reason why I do this is because it punches through so many enemies and just obliterates them that it's just constantly doing a ton of random status effects. It's just constantly applying massive amounts of status effects to enemies. Not even the fact that its base damage alone is retarded. This thing does not need to be this strong of a weapon, but it was. It's so fucking. I don't know how to explain how stupidly overpowered this damn weapon is. It makes no sense for it to be this powerful, but it is. Yeah, I haven't even gave it a chance to give it an Arconic adapter yet to make it even more overpowered. Just like I said. There's still a bunch of mods you can make to this thing, and this thing would be even more retardedly overpowered. It's kind of ridiculous. And also, I will link in the Wikipedia page. There's a new version of this weapon. There's a different version of this weapon that can even give it so more brownie points from the Lich hunts. You can get a different variant of the weapon in that. But it does not need to be this overpowered, but it is, and I'm not gonna lie. When I see that damage, I busted a nut. I ain't gonna lie. This gonna make me bust a nut. I'm sorry, but holy fuck. Its acquirement isn't hard. It can be a bit expensive, but if you farm right, it isn't hard. It is a dojo. Blueprint. You get it from the energy labs. To me, it seems pretty cheap. All you have to do if you want to get some easier times, go to your innovations. If you get lucky enough, you can get missions where these guys get sold, so you can just easily get 5. It only requires 5 of these, I believe. I'll make sure to have it on the screen. It's not hard to make. I highly recommend getting this early game because trust me, it will. If you use it right, it'll carry you straight to Steelpath. highly recommend it. It's such a strong weapon. It's just goddamn. We'll test it because I need to farm up some materials for the new event. So I'm gonna do it while we're here. Like some of the strongest things that I talked about, I don't use it right now, but sometimes I like to switch it to firing rate. Firing rate on this weapon makes it fucking stupid. Because with punch through and firing rate, oh my god.
The assassination
Like,
target is nearby. Seek and destroy.
As you can see,
This place is crawling.
I just aim in a direction.
Unfortunately,
I just aim.
something far more ominous
I
awaits.
just aim in a direction. Just dead. It evaporates them. That's the crazy part. That's the badass part about it. It evaporates the enemy.
Keep moving to avoid being
They
crushed.
just cease to exist. Jesus Christ. Dead. Oh my god. By the way, guys, do let me know if you guys like me putting up the Wikipedia pages and stuff. I just figured you guys would like some credible information to cease your worrying to stuff. Do let me know if you guys like that. Yeah, that's the slow, guys. That is the slow firing rate from this weapon. Imagine that much damage with insane amount of firing. This thing would, it'd be so bad. I would feel so bad for the enemy. Like, I would be committing a war crime. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'd be committing a war crime with this weapon. Like, look at this. I just point. Because it has punch through. I just point in direction and everything evaporates.
Target is an aberration of twisted flesh.
Oh my
Put the thing
god.
out of its misery.
Should not be this powerful, but it is. Oh, fuck. Crazy.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I know it isn't doing an insane amount of damage quickly. Like I said, I use this sometimes mostly for AoE, but if you wanted to be able to kill bosses, I do recommend firing rate, because I have used it to absolutely obliterate a couple bosses before. Because its flat damage does a lot, but its firing rate can be a bit annoying.
Down the VIP. Now get to extraction.
So firing rate can solve your issues if you're willing to sacrifice one of your mod spots for that. Firing rate can help quite a bit. Oh my Jesus, this is so stupid. Excuse me, coming through. Oh, sorry. I see you chasing me. Knock it off. Excuse me, coming through. Excuse me. Yep, excuse me. Oh my Christ.
They won't be bothering us anymore.
That's so stupid, bro. It don't mean to be that powerful, but it is. I do believe there is a couple galvanized mods that do especially good. I haven't really gotten into a lot of the galvanized mods, but I do believe there's a couple galvanized mods that can make this weapon a pretty solid killer. But yeah, like I said, I particularly like to do just base high damage for normal enemies. For boss enemies, I do recommend going into firing rate because it will just absolutely chew through enemies' health bars. Especially bosses that have double hit bars, because of the punch through, it will hit the enemy twice. So it can abuse that a bit of the punch through effect. That's the cool thing about it. It is one of those weapons in Warframe that can abuse punch through. It was pretty nice. And what's just the ridiculous part is how cheap this weapon is compared to most like powerful weapons. It's incredibly cheap to me. And my man, it's dirt cheap for how many like powerful weapons I've had to put down to make. It doesn't take that much to get this weapon. Especially if you do the invasions, you could just maybe do 2 and then boom. You have enough to make this. You caught yourself some fucking absolutely room clearing monstrosity. It's so stupid. I hate it, but I love it. Oh, it's so stupid. Look at this. Just gone. Evaporating. Gonzos. But yeah, I think I've gotten all of the mods I'd really suggest. Like the ones I suggest, and then if you're going boss hunting, I do highly suggest firing rate, because it can help with the putting down the high amount of DPS you need to be able to do.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh my Jesus. I'm just chewing.
Avoid the creature's spine strike. These razor-sharp quills will rip your Warframe to shreds.
Reload. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Dead.
The assassination target is here. Wipe them out.
Like I said, it wasn't doing the insane amount of damage because I don't have a lot of the fire rate on there. But if you were to add the fire rate onto this weapon with that encounter, it probably would have shredded that boss in seconds. Look at this shit, bro. Just dead. It's not fair for how powerful it is. Oh my lord. Nothing can stop me. The other good part about it I've noticed, if you use what I like to use with all the status effects, I have not had really any issues with Xmas enemies either. I think the only one that can like survive a little bit of beating from it is the shielded Xmas. That's it. Nothing else really gets in my way when I'm using it. So it's kind of scary. And I do feel bad for enemies because all they can hear is coming through the corridors coming toward them at Mach fuck. So I definitely say you can abuse it if you want to with the farm. But I wouldn't suggest going too much into it if you want to get a lot of DPS to where I have it. But if you have a couple mods that can give you the extra firing rate you need and the damage you need, go more willing to do it.
Unfortunately, something far more ominous awaits.
Just dead, 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 dead. This is fucking stupid, bro. Oh my lord. Coming through. I believe the recent boss, I forgot his name.
Target is an aberration of twisted flesh.
In the recent releases, but I've completely wiped them out with this weapon.
These razor-sharp quills will rip your Warframe to shreds.
Like it's so powerful in many ways. I've not had any issue like trying to find a powerful version. Its base form without mods is powerful. And it just gets more overpowered once you give it the better mods, and it just becomes insanely more powerful. Like, there's galvanized mods that give you multi-shot for kills. So, imagine you just cleared an entire orb of affected, and now your multi-shot's going on by 1,000 and stuff. It's just gonna be... It's gonna be a bit stupid. How much fucking firepower you can get to come out of this weapon. Excuse me, coming through. The best part as well, you don't have to aim. It's not a complicated weapon, guys. You don't have to aim. Just aim in the general direction of an enemy and they go bye-bye. I genuinely think that if the developers ever gave a prime version of this, oh, they would be a crack baby child. This weapon don't need a crack. This weapon does not need a prime version. It's already so stupidly overpowered. I'd be concerned if they gave it a prime version. It don't need to. It don't need it. It don't need it. It really doesn't. You know what? Let's see. Oh, what the hell? No, just ignore him. That's my cousin Pablo. Just ignore him. Firing. I'm trying to get one of my better firing rate modifications. $204. Oh Lord. I think that should be it. I think that should do it. Let's do one more mission. Let's see, I think that's what I needed. Let's do an elimination mission. Steelpath, the enemies will be a little bit more tankier, but like I said, if you've gotten enough mods that are good for shotguns, and you play them right, it will have no issue dealing with Steelpath enemies.
It is time for those against us to pay.
Excuse me, coming up. Excuse me, goodbye. That guy died. Dead. Coming through. Coming through. I don't know if you could see, the firing rate is kind of... Fire rate does help it. I wasn't joking about the firing rate. May give it a little bit more abusive edge, because there's nothing that can hide from it when your firing rate is this quick. Like, it just doesn't need to be this powerful. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like I said, going between higher damage and firing rate is your best bet. Uh-oh. Got that? Those two are my best suggestions, is just swapping between what you're feeling. Like I always say, guys, find what you like. What I do with these videos is mostly just to give you guys opinions to what can help you learn your own way. Also, shielded enemies don't get protected by you. Did I forget to mention that? Yeah, shield enemies don't, they don't have protection against this thing. So when I say you will kill everything that gets in your way, I wasn't joking. Was not joking about that.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I just was not joking. One. There you are. Where did he go? There you are. Excuse me. Thank you. Goodbye. I just executed that one. Oh my fuck. I got this from a viewer, and when I was first joining Warframe. It was the typical thing, you know, they give the baby Tenno some gifts, and I am so happy he gave it to me. If he's watching this video, he'll remember that he gave it to me, and oh, I'm so happy he gave it to me, because I fell in love with this thing for how much it just obliterates thousands of enemies with just ease. With ease, that is ridiculously powerful. Oh my Christ. Excuse me. Coming through. Excuse me. Yep. Excuse me. Coming through. Yep. Oh, and I do recommend, if you have a Warframe that can gather a lot of enemies together, I do highly recommend bringing that Warframe. Because as you can see, this thing really works well when enemies are clumped together. So if you have a Warframe that can get a lot of enemies to clump together, I do recommend using them. Excuse me. Come on through. Open door. Door stuck. Sorry about that.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
Good sort of place.
Oh my goodness. Easy. No problem at all. Like I say, the fact that you can get a better variant of this weapon helps it even more in bonus points. That you can get it even more powerful than it already is.
Excellent work, Tenno.
It helps the fact that its base form isn't like annoying hard to level up because of how powerful it is. I think that's about it. Yeah. If you guys, I highly recommend looking up this weapon to get it. If you guys have any questions, opinions, please put them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. But for now, see you guys later. Agent